I'm the funniest cunt of all time. Here's the thing. I'm going to start by saying to you this. It's very important. This is for all the people who don't hate me. It's a fucking minority on this planet, right? A fucking minority. Wait for it. People who may even love me, or feel that they do, or think that they do. You know, this is for them, right? And it's also for all the people who envy me. All the people who envy me, right? See if you tell me, I envy you, Earl. Right? I fundamentally lack arrogance, so it doesn't really register. So here's a load of things for you. Ready?
I'm ready.
Right, let's go for it. Here, look at the state of me. Right? I'm just at the shower. I look like a well-scalped arse, right? I've got a really, really sore fucking throat. I'm 5,053 fucking years old, right? I'm the most evolved man of all time on a planet that's going to the dogs. That aside,
You calling me a dog?
I actually wasn't calling you a dog. It's just a turn of phrase. So here's the thing, right? There are loads of reasons to not envy me. For example, I've never ever been loved by anybody.
You just said people love you.
Right? I mean, in person, right? In my life, right? Nae cunt, right? If anything, hated, abused,
Envied.
right? And so on. And it just kind of never. I'm a giver, right? That aside, right? The thing is, so I've got a sore throat, right? I'm overweight with a slight double chin. I've not shaved for a few days. Here's the thing, right? I don't have very much money, right? I tend to give it all away to charity.
Evil bastard.
Right? And so here's the thing. There's so many things. For example, I don't really feel pleasure. I've got anhedonia. So I have experiences, and I try. It's a struggle to actually feel pleasure. And I think I'm a giver, you know.
Mate, that's funny.
I will make it funny, right? And so here's the thing, right? So there are loads and loads of things. Look at my fucking hair. Look, 5,053-year-old. Look at my hairline. Look. So you know, I'm going grey. You know, I've not had sex in fucking years. What? I've not had sex in years. What? I've not had sex in years. By choice though, and yeah, by choice, yeah, because I've never ever met a chick capable of loving me. Never. Never. No, not to the extent where I would go, here, this is actually a relationship worth having, you know, where, oh, I can be in love with this person, you know, da da da, la 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 la. You know the way love kind of should be. Here's the thing, right? So, no one's ever loved me. I've never been in love because I've never met anybody who's capable of being in love with me. Look at my fucking hairline. I could go on all fucking day. There are loads and loads and loads of reasons to not envy me. Do you want me to list them?
I'm quite looking forward to this.
Right? I've got like quite a lot of debt, you know. What? Some people call it an illusion. However, you know, quite a lot of debt, you know. I don't own my own house. I don't own my own house. I don't have a car. I don't even have a fucking bike.
You're no daft then.
I'm not daft.
You insulting people with bikes?
No, I'm not insulting people with bikes. I was going to make a joke about town bike. Never mind. The point is, yeah. So I don't even have a fucking set of roller skates, right? I'm using things that are really, really old, you know, things, you know. I mean, occasionally I'll replace things.
You're stopping me envying you.
So basically, what? So basically, yeah, there's so many things I could list. For example, seborrheic dermatitis. I caught it off a budgerigar. And also, for example, I mean, there's so many fucking things I could list. Where if I listed them?
List them then.
If I listed them, you would think to yourself, and you would stop envying me, you know. Although, Although, from my experience, people would probably still envy me because I genuinely am the most evolved man in history. You know, the greatest mind of all time. Although, there are fucking geniuses out there. And I'll point this out to you, right? There are, I mean, let's put it this way. There are people out there, even though I'm a profound genius, they're as fast as fuck, right? They can, even, let's put it this way. The reason that they can be geniuses is, for example, they come up with something, right? And no matter how many other people might be involved and all the rest of it, the end result is what they came up with. You know, I mean, it's carried out. When you look at it, you go, that's genius level.
Say that again.
That's genius level, right? Genius level, you know, it's like my husky voice. And so, I've even got a grey fucking beard, look. So, all I'm pointing out is, look, karma, right? I fucking believe in karma. People hate me for it. So,
I'm starting to hate you again.
right, so, all I'm pointing out is this. You know, I've spoken in other videos about how, you know, go the right direction in life, and it's entirely up to individuals, and it's got fuck all to do with me. However, what I'm saying is there are loads and loads of reasons to not envy me. You know, I know people probably still will. However, they shouldn't, right? Again, imagine going through life without actually being able to feel any pleasure. Imagine going through life. As a giver, that's the main reason I never really developed this kind of pleasure thing. And so, imagine going through life being abused from about 4-year-old all the way through your entire fucking life, right? I mean, like heinously, fucking heinously, right? And also, imagine, again, no one ever having loved you, ever.
I thought you said there were people that loved you.
Right? I say again, in person, in my fucking life, you know, people who essentially I could be in love with, and they would be in love with me. It's not going to happen. So that's, you know, quite important to convey. Also, just I'll lead a very modest lifestyle. You know, I don't like go on fucking holiday. I don't have a yacht. I don't have a, you know, blah blah blah. So there's loads and loads and loads of reasons to not envy me. You know, and to think better about yourself if you have those things, if you can feel those kind of pleasures, so on and so forth. However, there's a lot of people out there who are in misery, you know, and so this video is for them, you know, because I'm a giver, you know. I realised though, a long time ago, when I make people laugh, I get this tiny feeling of pleasure, you know. It's not why I give though. And also, today I had a shower, as you can see, I look like a well-scalped arse, and basically, in the shower, I was having an experience where I thought to myself, fuck, and it's been building up in my fucking head. I realised, right, I'm supposed to feel fucking pleasure. It's really, really fucking difficult. It just seems kind of slightly or majorly fucking wrong, you know? Narcissistic, da 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 da.
You're no funny.
Okay. Right. I'm hilarious. Let's go for it, right? Have you stopped envying me yet?
Who you talking to?
Right, anyway, so, there was 2 fish swimming through a river, right? And one fish says, let's swim into the sea. And so the 2 of them swim into the sea. And the first fish looks at the second fish and says, why did you ask me to swim into the sea with you? And the second fish wasn't really interested and swam away. They met up again, and the second fish said to the first fish, do you come here often? And the first fish said, aye. That's why there's so many bubbles. I had that one in my head in the shower. You know, it was funnier at the time. There was a panda and a giraffe, right? On a different planet, where there was only one country on the whole fucking planet, right? And so the panda said to the giraffe, what did you have for lunch today? And the giraffe said, I can't remember.
That's not funny.
It's as politically correct as I could possibly get it. Here's the thing though, there was a chick, right? And how can I put this? I'll just move on. There was another chick. Hold that thought. There was 2 bananas sitting in a fucking tree, and one said to the other banana, do you come here often? So anyway, I was in the shower earlier on.
Mate, you're no fucking funny.
Well, don't envy me then. You know? So, basically, I've never felt loneliness.
Did your voice just break there, Earl?
It's Erol. I've never ever felt loneliness. Say it again. Loneliness. I can't even fucking say it. You know, I've never felt loneliness. Because, I repeat, no one's ever been in love with me. And I've therefore never been in love with them. Quite wise. I have gut instincts in a 16th sense. And true self-respect. However, that aside, I know I shouldn't have gone there. I was dragged up by fucking wolves. All I'm saying is, I've never felt fucking loneliness. Quite appropriate, that theme tune. So, all I'm saying is, I never, until recently, you know, and it was just kind of virtual loneliness. Say it again. A virtual loneliness, right? It wasn't real loneliness, you know. I think you got it right that time, did I? And so, basically, the loneliness that I felt, it was thinking back over my life, and like X amount of things that people have done for me, even if they were ripping the piss at me, even if I was paying for them myself, you know, even if they were like taking advantage of me, even if they were like extrapolating something and like prolonging it and putting it at a distance. But the point is, there comes a point where you look back in your life and think to yourself, all right, there have been people in your life who have done things for you. You understand the caveats. And so...
What's a caveat?
Never mind. So anyway, the point is that... and so, I was thinking about it. And I realised, fuck, no one's ever done anything for me out of love, let alone fucking repeatedly. And people would say, oh, that's not true. No. I mean, how can I put it best, right? Without being hellishly abusive towards me, you know? So it kind of like contradicts and stops you from appreciating how the fuck... For example, imagine I do this to you, right?
Here is a lovely gift. I hope you enjoy it.
And then I go, take that, you fucking cunt! Take that, you fucking bastard! Take that, you fucking cunt! Right? Imagine that, right? And wait for it. Here's another wonderful gift. I've personalised it for you. I've gone to personal sacrifices for you to have this gift. And then I go, take that to the face, you fucking bastard! Take that to the fucking mouth! Hope that fucking hurts you long term! Hope this tortures you, you fucking bastard! Right? It kind of like, well, could you appreciate that? You know? And so, imagine that for fucking decades and decades and decades and decades. And so, and I'm just a giver. A loving man who believes in karma. I call it the moral law of divinity. The point is this though, here's the thing, so, how the fuck can you appreciate that? What if though you have a kind of virtual version of that, and still you're actually still being somewhat tortured, you know, if you're aware of it or not. And so, and then you look at it when you think, well, that's come to an end, foolishly. And so basically, what happens is you're just left with these kind of you're left with these you're left with these events where you kind of can think about it as being someone who's given you things out of love when it hasn't been the case. So it's the closest I could get to a kind of virtual version of loneliness where you look back and you think, fuck, this particular person did all these things for me, right? And that person's no longer in my life.
Were they ever, Earl?
No, him as well. So here's the thing, right? It was quite good experience because I realised, fuck, that must be what loneliness is. Where if you genuinely have someone in your life, right, who genuinely loves you. Earl, I feel lonely for you. What? And so, I'll not spurn it. So anyway, what I'm pointing out is, right, imagine having someone in your life who fucking gives, who loves you. Ba-da-da, la 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 la, and gives you real gifts and means it and does it intentionally and never punches fuck at you, you know, never tries to abuse you, maybe like offend you slightly over the course. The point is though, and at some juncture, it ends. It could be through death, it could just be, they eventually at some juncture go,
I fucking hate you now, you cunt.
Right, and which juncture, whether it's a death or a cunt, you know, a cunting, you know, a cunting we will go. And here's the thing, whatever, right, just for a spell, I experienced the beginnings of that, and I thought to myself, fuck that. No, I actually felt this well of emotion, and like, tears came to my eyes, and so, you know, I actually experienced virtual loneliness, you know, and never before, never since, and I hope never again, you know. Are you not saying you never want to really truly be loved? I just don't think it's going to happen on this fucking planet, this particular fucking galaxy. You know, I'm not really from here, you know. Oh, your voice broke again. Fuck you! It wasn't him. Okay, and so I'm not of this fucking world. Here's the thing, though. It's okay. There are other people, kind of somewhat like me, although there's a gargantuan distance between me and them too. And what I'm pointing out is this: that so. I can experience these things, and yes, if it was possible, fuck, you know, for a woman, for example, why not a man? Because I'm heterosexual, right? And so the point is this, that so just say a really beautiful woman, right? I mean, on the inside, right? Doing, right? That's what we get, beautiful, and so. Although I wouldn't mind if, never mind. And the point is though, say a really beautiful woman came into my life, right? And she said to me, I fucking love you, you know, I fucking loved you for ages, somehow. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you and all this kind of stuff, and all this kind of stuff, you know, and you know, we got on famously and all the rest of it, blah, 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 blah. And just automatically, she gives me love, you know, as love is about giving, it's compassion, otherwise it's narcissism, malignant. And so, you're starting to fuck me off again. Okay, I'll crack on. And so, basically, if I had that in my fucking life, right, and I had these experiences, and I would be giving as I'm a giver. And so, the point is this, hold that thought. That was the postman from the Royal Mail, and he gave me what I paid for. And so anyway, I'll make you pay for it, all right. And here's the thing. So just picture this, right? That so this particular person at some juncture drops dead, right? Notice that I'm not saying she turns around and says to me, "Get the fuck." Why would you tell me to get the fuck? If it's true love, you know, it can never end. You're fucking me off again. Here's the thing, right? Basically, so say she dies, right? Yeah. We've all got to, you know, lose this life support system. I'm not going to go into any detail, okay? And so the point is, so say she fucks off, right? Right. Leaves her pants behind. She shouldn't have done that because at some juncture, never mind. She does though, and I remember all these things. Let's just say we loved each other for fucking years, right? And I remember all these things going all the way back, right? And maybe even I didn't fully appreciate them, and now she's dead, right? I shouldn't be laughing, right? It's just, I used the word deed, right? It made me laugh for no reason. And so, here's the thing, right? She did. And I remember all these things she did for me, and it doesn't really matter what I did for her. You know, I would maybe think, fuck, I didn't do enough for her.
This isn't funny.
And so, I would then feel loneliness like I've never experienced ever, right? Ever. I've only experienced virtual loneliness for a very short period of time, and I thought, oh, right, and kind of different, innit? And so, imagine experiencing that for real, for real, where it's fucking, you lose this person one way or another, but through no fault of your own or through fault of your own, whatever, and you then look back and realise you didn't fucking appreciate all they gave you, and now it's gone, it's over, This isn't funny! Right, I know. A brilliant man once said to me, St. Old Les, he said to me, Erol, life is really, really sad, and there's peaks and troughs, and what you have to do is, when you get to the fucking peak, fucking stay there, right? Stay there for as long as you can, right? And at some juncture you will come fucking back down again, and when you get back onto the peak, stay up there. Now, I tend to just do my level best without even trying to stay up there, You're making me envious again. So all I'm saying is though, so that's why I say, thank fuck I've never felt loneliness. Of course I would prefer to have been in love. They do love you rifting like that. Do you see my hand go like that there? And so the point is this, of course, yeah. If it would be ideal, to meet someone for the first time in my fucking life who's capable of a depth of fucking love. It's about that depth, and you shouldn't be in a relationship with anyone unless they have at least that much depth, and otherwise just keep them at a fucking distance, and that's the key. In all things, say for example you're getting fucked off in some way, whatever, do your level best to distance yourself from it, from them, from whatever it is, no matter what it might be, you can always distance yourself, and ultimately, when you snuff your lid, when you pop your clogs, you're going to be at distance anyway, and so, ultimately, this is just an experience, and you can enjoy it, way better than me.
I feel a wee bit better now.
You enjoy it a wee bit better than me, because I can't really feel pleasure. I can't really feel being in love. Although I love so many things. I could list them all. I'll give you some. I love pigeons, right? I love lemons. I love, recently I loved squirrels. I love one particular dog I encountered. She used to go to bed with me. Shut it. And so also I love a feral cat. I love actually quite a few feral cats. And one particular, I wrote a song about them, and that's when my voice is croaky, because I fucked it up. And I sounded like, well actually my voice was fucked before I sang it, and I genuinely sounded
Like a goose farting in a fog.
It's not my line, that one. And so
Why did you use it then?
an homage. So the point is this, right? So I love pasta. For some reason I love noodles. I could go on, right? I love plants. I love basil. I love growing things. I love learning. I love music. I love comedy, giving. I love giving. And I love. I can feel huge emotions, which I do my best to not allow to overtake. Because I'm not selfish when you think about it. And so, however, still, like if you listen to Albanone's Adagio in G minor for organ and strings, you realise, fuck, it's really, really beautiful. And so on. I could go on. I fucking love women. I do. I love women. Not all of them. Well, from a safe distance, I love them all. Yeah, and and the thing is, they are fucking really beautiful, and they don't get it, a lot of them, and who cares?
What?
Who cares? I care. Nobody seems to care. I care. Who cares? The funny thing is, people factor out their own self-worth. I have true self-respect, true self-worth, blah, 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 blah. I could go into great detail about my history.
Don't bother.
I'll not. And what I'm saying is, a lot of women don't realise how fucking beautiful they are, right? I don't just mean superficially, I mean intrinsically, fundamentally, you know, and they are the conduit for fucking life itself, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. And what I'm saying is that they are kind of misled, you know, and they don't realise these things about themselves, and they should, you know. And like I say, so from a safe distance from most of them, I do love them, you know, and the problem is, I'm up here, and most of them are down there. And the thing is though, I don't want to look in that direction anymore, because I think people think I'm kind of punching down, you know, I'm punching them in the fucking mouth just by being honest. I love the truth. And I think a lot of people hate the truth because they hate their own reflection. I love the fucking truth. However, look at me. Look at my reflection today. Look at my superficial appearance. Look, I look like a well-scalped arse.
Pretty much, aye.
Look at my hair. I look as though I've been dragged through a hedge backwards by my own grandmother. And the thing is though, to conclude, in a nutshell, that men and women, you know, they don't realise what they are worth, you know, and they're not encouraged to realise what they're worth. They're not encouraged to feel, you know, everything that they're supposed to feel, you know. And in a nutshell, it's about giving, you know, and it's in giving that you fucking receive, you know. And so I could give love. I could give love, and I do as best as I can. The thing is though, I get fuck all in return other than phenomenal gifts. Because I'm not going to go into it. However, there is a moral law. You know, you can call it karma if you want, about personal comings and goings. What I'm saying though is, if you give love, right, and distance yourself from anyone you can't love, and still try and give love, right, from a safe distance. You know, don't fucking do something in that direction. Even like get angry. You can distance yourself from fucking anger. Just distance yourself. Just distance yourself. It might catch up you and fucking cut your teeth and put it in a bin. But however, until it does, just distance yourself and fucking love. You know, and from a safe distance, I fucking love women. There's a few stipulations though.
Tell us the stipulations.
They mustn't look like any member of my so-called family, or any chick I've ever been with, right? However, even them, I genuinely loved them, you know, all of them, to a certain extent. And I know I shouldn't have gone there because my gut said to me,
don't go there, Earl.
I repeat, I was dragged up by wolves, and no father. There's another one. I had no father. So my father became the truth.
What are you on about?
The truth, it's solid underfoot, and the truth became my father, so to speak, you know. Just the truth, I never dismissing anything, ever. Is that truth? Is that true? Could that be the truth? Throughout my entire fucking life. It's not as, well, it still is fine-tuning actually, and however, I'm looking up now. I'm not really looking down, and if I do look down, I just want to give from a safe distance, and that's it, you know. And I know that the people down there envy me, and they shouldn't really envy me. I understand they probably still will. However, in a nutcake, I'm saying that I don't really want to do anything to hurt them or to be like somewhat accidentally cruel, you know, because in my life I've thought if I explain things to people, right, that they'll realise that and change and like and you know, improve, perish the thought, you know, and so on and so forth. I didn't realise, you know, I was pretty much battering fuck at them, you know, and I wasn't trying to, you know, although they were battering fuck at me. I'm really strong and impervious, you know, and you know, divine, you know, and arrogant cunt. I fundamentally lack arrogance, you know, and I could go on. So what I'm pointing out is that so remember this, that just love as much as you fucking can within reason, because obviously if someone's not deserving of that love to its full extent, then you're gonna hurt yourself, you know. And what I'm saying as well is obviously earlier, if someone's in your life and they're giving to you and they genuinely fucking love you, fucking appreciate it, you know, at the time. Remember the peaks and the fucking troughs, you know, when you're up there, you know, fucking really appreciate it, you know, realise how fortunate you are. I've never, ever had that fortune. Don't get me wrong, I have countless fortunes, I have fantastic talents, you know, and I give those, for example, I've recorded 140 songs, and most of them are no bad. Arrogant prick, and most of them, you know, and 140 songs. And also, I've actually written, in my head, I've got 3 novels. I decided to rewrite the second one today and get it right. The third one's already written in my fucking head. The first one's available on Amazon once I get into it to fucking edit what I've written about 5 million years ago. And it's called Veracity versus Adversity. I understand. I'll never ever look down ever again. I'm looking up. And so, and if I do, it's only to give, you know. I'm a giver. I genuinely don't want anything, you know. Although I sometimes order food from the supermarket, that's going to change. I'm going to order it from wherever I fucking can, try and fine tune it so I can put it together and give people the best food it is possible to give them, the best products I can possibly fucking give them, everything I can possibly fucking give them. Wait for it. There are people who think that they're down there. They're not though. They're not down there. They're up there, and they're way ahead of me. Yes, I inspire them. But the point is though, they're way ahead of me. They're fast as fuck, you know, and they're genius level. Even if they would think to themselves that they're not a fucking genius, if you look at the final analysis, what they are the progenitor of, in that regard anyway, is genius level. And so, I mean, not all of them, however, though, in the final analysis, and they're fucking way ahead of me. You know, don't get me wrong, I may have originated these concepts or along with other people. However, when they get these things into their fucking head, away they fucking go, and X amount of them might think that they're down there, but they're north facing. Yeah, they've decided to ascend, and what will be, you know, and I'm not going to go into it. Thank fuck. And so I'm saying to those people, you know, keep going, you know, keep going. You know, if it's a competition, they're fucking winning, you know. Now, here's the thing, what I'm saying is though, and I would point this out as well, I've never ever had a family, really, ever. How? Just bear that in mind. And so the closest thing I've ever had to a family would blow your socks off. And the thing is, and there's certain people out there who kind of like have been in my life kind of virtually, because I've been doing this for 1 million fucking years, you know. 5 million. and so I'll round this off. Basically, there's people who, because I've been putting these videos out for 1 million years, 5 million, they've been observing me remotely, and you know, and don't get me wrong, at times they fucking hated me. Cause you keep punching down. I just love the fucking truth, and I didn't realise, you know, at times they fucking hate themselves, they're miserable, and this video is really for them, you know. And think about this, I wouldn't piss on my family if they were on fucking fire, right? Genuinely, right? Well, let's put it this way, I would. I just really struggle to summon the pish. You know, I would even spare them some steam if they were thirsty, and so, off the pish. But for these particular people though, who have essentially cyber-stalked me for 5 million years, and they are actually more of a family, much more of a family than all members of my family, right up to about 40 fucking years ago, let's put it that way. And so combined, put them like a concertina together, and everything they've ever given me combined is absolutely fuck all. I feel less envious now. Absolutely fuck all, unless you count abuse after abuse after abuse after abuse. And magically, if you ever retaliate, if there's ever any consequence for their actions, for their consequence, it magically predates their countless wholly unjustifiable instigations based around sadism. They make me envy you again. What? And so what I'm pointing out is, so the virtual cyber stalkers No, or cyber lovers, cyber helpers, cyber givers. You know, they can give with one hand, take away with the other. However, nonetheless, though, I've experienced things I would never have experienced otherwise. I know things I've never known otherwise. You know, I've given them things, they've given me things. It took me a while to fucking appreciate them. Think about that. And so, in a nutcake, what I'm pointing out is that they are as close as I'll ever get to having a family, and we will never meet each other. You know, never the twain shall meet. You know, and I fucking hope that they continue north facing. And no matter, I know there's a lot of bad influences in this fucking world, and they could be misled, and you know they might change their tune overnight in 5 minutes. You know, however, I hope that they realise they're actually up there. You know, because you know what they've got compared to what I've got. When you think about it, they're up there. And what does St. Old Les say? When you're up there, fucking enjoy yourself. Fucking enjoy yourself. Count your blessings. You know, compare yourself to me in all the ways I already described. And in a nutcake, fucking stay up there. Fucking stay up there. Don't come back down. And if you do come back down, realise you can back up again. And you're very, very, very fortunate. And you're fortunate that I've never experienced. And so on. And so what I'm pointing out is they can do things like that take me fucking ages, you know. Well, don't get me wrong. See, I take a while to get going. I'm a bit like a fucking tortoise with a gigantic fucking head, you know. You do have a gigantic fucking head, right? And so, maybe I'm just happy to see you. And so, in a nutcake, so I do eventually get there, and I speed up, and then somebody punches me in the fucking mouth, and I go and think about it for a while. I never feel fear. I don't seem to realise, see, if someone's trying to abuse me, it takes me a long time to fucking realise. So that's why I'm saying, distance yourself and realise right away, trust your gut. You know, if someone's trying to punish you in any way, shape or fucking form, go away, think about it, and distance yourself as much as you fucking can, and work out why that's happening. And see if you can change things about what's happening. Maybe it's something you're fucking doing, you know, and just change that and fucking go in that direction and fucking blah blah blah. Learn, live and learn, you know. And I love learning. And so I go back to the point. These particular the people who've been cyberstalking me for 5 million years. Basically, they're in a unique position to be able to do the things that I would like to do. You know, I do quite slowly. You know, and they can do them like that. You know, they can make anything they want happen within reason, and they know how to do it. They know how to do it articulately, so bad shit doesn't come back to them. And I've kind of helped them with that as well. And so, stop fucking being arrogant. And so, I'm saying to them, this video's for them, you know, because you know, admittedly though, people would say, well, do you really want people like that in your fucking life? Well, they're not really in my life, you know. No one's in my life, you know. I live alone. I feel less envious now. I don't even have a fucking cat, you know. I couldn't have another cat, you know. There is no greater cat than Ferrari, you know. I wrote a song about it, and like a goose farting in the fall, I sounded. And my voice will come back. I just need to gargle with salt, you know. What about pepper? Hold that thought. And so I'm rounding off. So in a nutcake, just fucking realise that that there is no one in my life, no one, and I actually want it that way. I wrote a song about it called "No One Is Perfect."
Is that the real title?
It's called "No One's Perfect." You know, give that some thought. No. Fair enough. So I'm rounding off, and all I'm pointing out is that having no one in my life means I'm not. So how, well, I'll put it in a nutshell. Therefore, love's labour is not lost. Yeah. And I'll never experience these hellish things, you know, that I've experienced virtually and so on and so forth. Blah 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 and blah. You'll make me envy you again. What? Anyway, so I said I was going to round off. To conclude, yeah, so think about all the people you have in your life. I have no one. Yeah, I don't even have a fucking cat. You know, I feed pigeons from the window though. I love pigeons. You've already says that. So just count your fucking blessings, right? Realise If you're up there, you're up there. I know, and yeah, people very often tell me, and because I fundamentally lack arrogance, no matter how many times they fucking tell me, Erol, you're Gulliver, we're fucking Lilliputians, right? No matter how many people, and there's people all the way there, I'm fucking enormous, right? And strong as fuck, and impervious, and fucking, you know, painless, all the rest of it. However, what I'm saying is, they've got it way, way fucking better than me. Way, way better than me. You've probably got it way, way fucking better than me. Really think about what I've explained about my life. Right? Really think about it. Give it more thought. And more thought. Reconsider what I've said. I understand now. I don't envy you anymore.